conversation, man. Very beautiful day out here, even though it's raining a little bit. Nice day. Got some beautiful people in the house. Look at the beautiful wife. Look at the beautiful
my wonderful husband.
Yeah.
Look at my wonderful husband.
Yeah. How about that? You got Ayla currently in the building.
Hello, how are you? Very good.
Yeah, we had some special guests here today. Yeah.
Peace and blessings.
From Cali, Buffalo, New York to Cali, now to Kigali.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah. So you can introduce yourselves.
So I'm Sean Tubbins of this Tubbins clan. It's a pleasure to be amongst family on the motherland.
Okay.
No, it's nothing there. Huh? It's nothing. It's not working.
Hold on 1 second, family. We're gonna see what's going on.
It just says waiting.
We're trying to go live here. We're gonna try to get everything back together. Oh, let me see. View my stream here. Okay, yeah, we on, family. We on. Love y'all, Leon. What's up? Look, what's up, Lumumba?
It's working on his though.
It's not working on yours? All right, hold on. We got technical difficulties. Let's see if we can get this straight.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it? All right, y'all cool? I'm so sorry. Yeah. Is it coming on?
Yeah.
All right, we good.
Okay, good.
All right, yeah, so back to the beautiful family. Yeah, you can introduce yourself.
Peace, fam. I'm Rochelle, part of the Tubbins clan.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Noah, part of the Tubbins clan.
Yeah.
You had a lot to say earlier.
I had something in my beard and y'all did that.
Everybody saw that. You had
Oh,
that
okay.
hoodie on.
Yeah, so it's so great to meet y'all. And I just want to ask, like, what made y'all come to Rwanda? Yeah.
Well, it's so funny because a lot of people think it was more so my husband. He's been doing a lot of research, and we knew we wanted to change something different. So what we did is we just started researching. We came across Unapologetic Nomads, and they have really been probably about 90% helpful in us making our decision. Very thorough with helping us learning finances and expense, and how to go about applying for businesses and just different things like that. So
I'll say the same. It made the expectation a reality for us. So again, a big thank you. We were already on our way, but you guys gave us the ears and eyes on the ground. So much appreciated. And so far, I mean, it's been just a pure, full joy and blessing.
yes.
Cool.
All right. So, how has it been settling in thus far? How long have you been here? Yeah.
We've been here a month, and from the time that we've touched ground, it has just been heartwarming. The people have been beautiful, amazing. You just feel like you're home. As soon as you touch ground, they make it very warm for you. So I think we've been adjusting pretty good.
Absolutely. And just the adjustment's been easy amongst family. We actually found family. Got a little brother out there. Big up to Neo Pacific.
Okay.
The arts, they take great care of us, and everyone we've really encountered. And from a real standpoint of health, I think I've eaten the healthiest I've ever had in my life. Like legit, the food is high quality.
Absolutely.
And you wait for it because it's made from scratch. It's legit good.
Yes,
Nice.
I agree.
Nice. So, it's a lot of countries in Africa. I believe it's 54, right? Yeah. What made you choose Rwanda?
Rwanda for me was more so about the family. It was the safety. So I didn't want to have to worry about my phone. Didn't want to have to worry about that part of things as much. This is a very secure country. You feel good moving about, whether it's day or night. And I think that was the number one reason. Then when it came to the ease of transition, we are still truly Westerners in the sense of living, and there's creature comforts that we like that we knew Rwanda could provide, and made that a lot easier for us. So I think that's a big part of it.
I don't think I really have anything else to add to that. I think that what he said is pretty much, as I researched a lot of videos and kind of, my thing was safety.
Okay.
And to see that Rwanda is, one of the safest countries to live in on the continent, that solidified. Just some of the videos of the scenery, just beautiful. I love the greenery out here, and it's been comfortable, an easy, smooth transition, and I don't think I really have anything else more to add to his.
What about you,
I have
fella?
to put this.
I think
So the reason why I like Rwanda personally is that these motos, man, they're the best. And if you're like a kid out here, right, and you get to ride on the back of a motorcycle, it's just so fun. It's like riding on your own little roller coaster. And the food is good. Even though I thought there would be street food, except it's just so clean, so you don't really walk and eat. And I realized that, but yeah, I really like the motos.
Yeah, I think I would add to that as well. The cleanliness of this country is phenomenal. I love waking up and you go for a walk and you see the ladies out there, you know, cleaning the streets and just making sure that everything is nice. I love that. Even, like you can walk. I love to walk barefoot. You can literally walk barefoot. That's how clean it is. I love it. I love it.
yeah. So you said people can't see over there.
Yeah, they said
The lighting's bad.
We can see you well, but the
Yeah,
guests
the
on
lighting's
side
bad,
of the light,
family.
we can't see
Maybe
them.
we could switch.
Or maybe
'cause we gonna
try on the end right there. And see
If I go on this side, I'm gonna try. Yeah,
stand there for a
family.
second, let me see.
Yeah, you know how we do. We live, and it be technical difficulties. You know, thank y'all for letting us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if I can move over
Yeah,
here.
we're very clear on this side. So let's see.
All right, so this chair ain't gonna go over here.
You probably could just switch. and
I'm
then-
thinking maybe we switch with y'all, and then because we're interviewing you,
Okay, it's getting better. It's getting better. Slide that out.
because I want y'all to be the main focus. You know.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be hard trying to sit in turn.
It's cool, family. You know, just bear with us. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the lighting ain't got to be cool on us, cause you know, y'all know the face. Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Yeah. Now we can see the beautiful family. Yeah.
Yeah, clear.
Man. So. All right. Yeah.
All right. So, oh, good. I can see me. All right.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, shout out first. Before we continue, shout out to Ethiopia. Shout out to you, Condane. Shout out to Miss W from NC, North Carolina. Wow, Louisville, Kentucky. Shout out to Burundi.
Oh, Burundi in the building.
Yeah, Burundi's in the building. Okay, thank you for that, Liam. Thank you for that, Liam. We switched seats, and for Patrick, yeah, Patrick verified. Thank you for that. So now we switch seats, so you should be able to see everybody.
Yeah.
I think I'm even coming up clear. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Cool. This is better. Yeah.
And the unknown traveler. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, how do you like the weather? I know it's kind of different. Is it different for you coming from where you are, where you're from in the States?
Yes.
Yes. Well, we're originally from Buffalo, New York. I spent most of our time and life there. So when you talk about different, yes. Right now,
California was some good weather, but it was just got too hot.
in the summers, yeah, it got a little too warm in the summers. It's beautiful.
Finally, you can admit
Even with the rain, you know, it rains briefly for the most part, and it's gone. You can still move about the day. So, and then the temperature is just it's perfect. It's mild.
Yeah.
It's almost like on any given day, you can wear whatever. If you want to wear long sleeves, if you want to wear, it's comfortable, and that's what I love. I love the weather and the rain. Today it's raining all day, but typically it seems like it only rains at night or
Like 5.
it's not all day
Really?
consistent, so you can still get out, move about. So I love it. Perfect weather. Perfect.
Yeah. Weather's beautiful.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, so they just asked for Willie Tebb wants the weatherman to give an update.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So right now, just a little rain. It's like scattered showers a day, around 75, 73 degrees. I think right now, because it rained all morning, it's still like a 60% chance of rain, so it might rain again. The dew point is like 62 degrees. And the humidity, it feels like it's at 71, 72% family. Yeah.
Right.
And that's your weather report for the day.
All right, so
Yeah.
there's your weather from the weatherman. And now shout out to Patrick Verified from Cairo, Egypt. Shout out to Haru333.
Yeah.
Greetings from Montego Bay, Jamaica. And yeah, shout out to all you guys who are tuned in. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. And also, Liam Lumumba said, that's why we love you guys, because you listen to us. We switch seats.
Yeah.
We love you too. That's why we got to listen. You know, we do this for you guys. So.
Yeah. So, did y'all face any, like, issues or problems since you've been here in Rwanda?
No, I wouldn't say. I think things are smooth.
From the time
We've landed, very organized. This is an organized country. So from the time we went through, I've traveled. My wife and I have traveled quite a bit, and generally customs and that type of process is much more involved. This was pretty smooth.
and pretty quick.
Yes.
Considering,
It wasn't hard to get used to.
Once we got because when you first come in, you have to quarantine for 24 hours, and so even the transition from the airport, I think our gentleman was saying he had been there waiting for us for like 7 hours because the flight was delayed, so he never left. And from there to the hotel, the hostess, everyone was just wonderful, nice, making sure we were comfortable, had everything. It's been a beautiful transition. Beautiful.
And the COVID test, that throw, it wasn't even that bad. I was all scared and stuff. It wasn't that bad. She just told me to be still because it's natural for me to move because it was uncomfortable. But it wasn't, like, it didn't hurt.
Good.
All right. So what would you say is the biggest, even though you said no problems, what was the biggest adjustment, if any, since being here?
Time for me. It was the time. Just because I have a lot of family in the state that I was still trying to stay connected to, doing my daily. And once I realized that it was just too hard to keep up with, it was adjusting for me.
For me, it was just, it really wasn't that bad. It was just my mom, she always wants me to, like, take a shower and do all this and
Probably a good thing.
And so, the water it was kind of cold, and she was like, it's not cold, it's good enough to take a shower when it's like, she just was trying to get me to take a shower. But that was just a slight adjustment. The biggest adjustment for me was just me having to get used to people staring. In the States, my grandma especially, she taught me not to stare at people and stuff because, that's just like, in the States, that's kind of weird. Just in the States though. So that was just my adjustment period. I had to get used to that.
Okay. I love it. So,
and just quickly, mine would probably be, I'd have to agree, maybe time. I'd generally get up a lot earlier.
Okay.
And I catch myself, but it may be the fact that I don't have as much to do either. But I get up now about 8-ish, where I like getting up when the sun comes up. But that'd be about it.
Yeah.
And also the time difference, just the same thing for me too.
Yeah. So, cool. Miss W wants to know if masks are still required there. Yes, of course, but you don't see us with them on because when you're at places like restaurants and different places, you already had your temperature check, your hand sanitizer. You can take them off when you're at restaurants. And I think that's like that in most places, most countries. So when you're eating, you can't eat with a mask.
Exactly.
Yeah, so when you're at restaurants, you don't have to do that. So, and I think also when you're working out, I found out recently, like if you're jogging or you're working out, you don't have to. But you only have to put it on before and after. And shout out to Theo is back. I got that from you on your channel. So when you're working out, you don't have to do that either if you're jogging and whatnot out and about. Yeah.
Nice.
They said Mr. Willie Teb said that the little one here, he reminds him, and I could see it now, he reminds him of a young Michael Jackson.
I can kind of see that.
They want to know how old you are.
Oh, I'm 10, about to turn 11 in a few months.
They always got to say, I'm about to turn.
Always about to.
It's only 6 months away, so I said in a few months. I didn't say 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. I said 6. Well, I didn't say
10 and a half.
10 and a half.
Yeah, I'm 10 and a half.
You've been 10 and a half since the first day you turned 10.
No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Definitely. They said beautiful family. Yes, we do agree.
Yeah,
they say
definitely.
He is adorable. He is so cute. He is.
Yeah. So do you plan on starting a business out here in Rwanda?
So absolutely, we will be building out here and really still trying to identify where we can best serve in a sense of need. There's a lot of opportunity, and as we talked about today, it's hard to figure out what you want to do till you really get here because there is so many things that will grab your attention.
That's true.
I really, one thing I want to do is go to KFC.
Ah.
So my parents, they're not letting me. I'm like, I just want to try. I just want to try. They're talking about how it's not the same in the States and all that stuff. And it's like, well, you can never know that unless you try. I was watching this cooking show, right? And there's this guy, he had this fish, and he aged it, but it looked all ugly and stuff. But it actually, to the judges, it tasted good. So you never know until you try it.
That's true.
Indeed.
It makes a good point.
Young wisdom.
That's your life lesson for today.
But I'm not supporting American capitalism today, so we're not going to KFC.
Hey, Noah, they say you are funny. You need a channel.
Oh, don't tell them that.
Yeah.
Everybody saying that young Michael is back. Michael is back.
Oh, man.
Wow, reincarnated. But yeah. So can you share like what you did in the States prior to coming here?
Oh, well, what I did was... I had
Look, we had to turn to it. Like,
in Buffalo, this is serious talk now.
Okay,
In Buffalo, I had my friends. I had a bunch of friends I used to play with. It was a good time. We didn't play much in the winter, but we occasionally played. In California, I also got some friends. Yeah, I also got some friends. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Play a little football, basketball.
Yeah, I played a little football. I was the best player on my team.
Okay,
by the way.
it's a team sport.
I said on my team,
But it's
though.
a team
I said
sport.
on my, but I said on my team.
Okay.
It
So,
was a team.
no, my background has been healthcare for probably about the last 16 or 17 years. A lot of business, serial entrepreneur, owned several companies in that. And in California, I was a nurse case manager, doing home visits and that. So that has pretty much been my background.
For me, business, my background, I left doing, I'm a certified sister loctician.
Okay.
So I do sister locks.
Go ahead
back in
now.
the States.
All right.
Yes, used to all my sister locks. Sister locks in the house. Best decision, it'll change your life.
Yes.
But that was what I did and enjoyed back in the States.
Ayla had a question for you.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about getting sister lock soon. It's perfect because I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
If I get it, can you please do it?
Absolutely, I'll be honest.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
This will be my first one out
Yes.
here in Kigali. I would love it. Please.
Okay. Look at that, Ayla.
It takes too much.
Yeah.
We
See, I
recently
had 'em
learned
put-
how to say Kigali properly. It's actually Chigali.
Chigali.
Chigali, okay.
Yeah, it's not
They do
Chi.
say it like that.
Yeah.
And I believe actually Rwanda is Gwanda. I believe.
You're
Gwanda?
saying the person's name, Rwanda.
More like one.
I thought it was
Like
Gwanda.
you're almost not pronouncing the R.
It's not no G.
Yeah.
It's not with a G like
like a-
Gwanda.
It's like Rwanda.
I've heard different ways.
Pronunciation. Yeah.
Let us know. Is the unknown traveler in the building?
Perspective on how you
Let us
say
know the
it.
proper way. Could you write it? Is it Gwanda family or Rwanda? Yeah.
I think it's however the person rolls their tongue when they say it.
It's different.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's different. It's
According
according
to the person.
Yeah. The unknown traveler said, you need to switch to the real football, which is soccer.
Ah.
That's right. Yeah. About that.
We're working on it.
I might not. I might go. I will try it because my brother was actually pretty good until he tore his groin.
No. Oh, God.
Leave him alone.
But I'm gonna get good at basketball.
I don't know if y'all
out
want him
here.
to have his own YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get good at basketball.
See what that you give a big up to your big bro then, huh?
Yeah. He will be watching this.
Shout out to our son Sean.
Yeah.
Okay, he did like a RU kind of connected Rwanda. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, unknown traveler's from here. He's Rwandan, but he's in the States.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Man.
Is he coming back?
And
or
somebody
he's
else
in
saying
this-
this Dwanda.
Yes, they say it two different
Dwanda?
ways.
It's different. It's like you hear
That's
different.
what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
how we were saying it at the time.
Yeah.
That's how they say it. I don't know if there's actual an actual way to pronounce it.
That could be it.
It might just be a open thing.
He said not Dwanda.
Now he's put somebody's phonetically put it. It's
Like we used to call it Rwanda.
yeah.
Rwanda, even though I know that's probably not it.
Like Cali and Chile.
All right. So you guys have had a chance to go around at least the city for a little bit. Since you've been here, what's your favorite, I guess, place, or maybe even part of the city you've been so far?
So far, it's the Matrix.
Can you tell us what the Matrix is?
Yes, the
Yes,
Matrix.
I can. The Matrix was a great place. It's an arcade. They have like 5 TVs in there. It's pretty small, but it was a good time. They have these street joystick things back in the day. Those joystick thingies. So they had 3 of those. And then you can also go to the 2 TVs. They had Mortal Kombat and FIFA. Yeah.
What about the food? You like the chicken dog?
I did like that chicken hot dog. And by the way, a side note, I beat my dad in almost every game.
I'll let him have his glory.
Yeah.
Everybody get them 15 seconds.
I actually enjoyed. Yesterday we actually walked downtown for the first time, like just walked downtown, and I really enjoyed it. I loved the kind of New York feel of the busyness of everyone moving, all the shops. You got sneaker shops, and then suits, and it was just
And people
the
trying to sell
energy
you a lot of
was
stuff.
absolutely phenomenal. And we just said to each other today that we definitely have to go back down. There's just it's a lot, and the busyness of it makes you want to look at everything. So I would say downtown.
Downtown was good. Yeah, I like just the views everywhere. These hills are magnificent.
Yeah.
You just not gonna get a
Everywhere.
view pretty much anywhere. Like anywhere you go, any restaurant, any place, it's almost like you get a beautiful view.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It
Just
is.
picture perfect.
I'm gonna just take a quick 360 real quick. Yeah.
They don't even do. You gotta be here. It's like,
I know, you really got to be here.
Right.
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
even capture
And
it the right
that's
way.
it too. Like
For me, another thing is I have to go back to a mint chocolate chip. I didn't know there was mint chocolate chip out here. I was looking, I wanted mint chocolate chip ice cream. It didn't seem they had one, but then heaven
It opened up for you.
opened
Shine.
up. I went to this place with Pacific and my mom. We went and it was mint chocolate chip ice cream, and I was like, I have to go back to this place. And then my dad was like, oh, you found the place, and I was like, I said it was mint chocolate chip. That's what you were trying to surprise me with. All right, get this.
And the people. I would also say the people. We've traveled extensively, and the people are phenomenal. Brothers and sisters out here. I'm at home, and it feels like home.
yes,
Nice.
yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I definitely agree with you. Shout out to all our brothers and sisters out there. I rewind these and rewind them brothers and sisters. Shout out to our brothers and sisters in the diaspora everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Shout out to the Green Exodus in Iceland.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got Iceland in the building, family.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like I love how we're sitting here and you can see the arena, the convention center. Like once you are here and you kind of know the landmarks, just to know, oh wow, that's the convention center. Oh wow, that's the arena. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Miss W say, I bet the air is amazing. How is it for you, the air? How is it? I know
Yes,
that's
it
a
is.
crazy question.
No. See, we lived in California the last 2 years, and so
When you got off the plane, that was one of the first things that we said when you come out of the airport
what I
and
said.
you
When you
go to
come
pack
out.
your luggage.
That was crazy. It's just so
It
different. The
is.
air is just so like.
It's so clean and
So
fresh.
clean.
It's almost like you're breathing in. I can't really recall breathing in from an oxygen tank, but the analogy of it,
Yeah.
like that, just fresh kind of coming through, and it's beautiful.
I don't know about that. You know why? It's because wait, but let me speak. You never want to sit outside. You like, oh, let's sit inside. Oh, let's do
I've
this.
changed since we've been out here. I
Yeah.
like sitting outside.
So I can't vouch for her, but me, I can say that I enjoyed the air.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, that is Noah.
Yeah.
They can call him Young Michael. That's Noah.
Yeah.
The unknown traveler said, "Well, you think this is beautiful? Wait until you see the volcanoes,
Yeah.
Lake Kivu, Akagera National
Yeah,
Park."
Lake
I'm gonna tell y'all, Masanzi air takes it to a different level.
Yes.
Really? You think this is?
That's up near the
Yeah.
Okay.
volcanoes.
Up north. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stunning.
It smells like you breathing in heaven or something like that.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. 5 volcanoes. Oh my God, it's
Definitely.
breathtaking.
Yeah.
5.
Oh, I would have thought it was one. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh
Not
yeah.
active.
Right, right.
Shout out to Choose Kigali and Johnny Hazel. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So, like, what are your plans? What are you thinking you might? I know you said it was like it's just so much to think of. Like, oh my God, we could do this.
Yes.
What are you thinking you might try first?
From a
as
business
standpoint?
From perspective, so here's what I've already engaged with. Neo Arts and I have worked on some marketing things together. Also, Eric, the realtor, which everyone will see a little more of. The young brother's a brilliant realtor. He cracks me up. He tells the story of how he learned English. He said he learned English from watching Obama.
Oh God.
But he said he didn't know English. And he said so he'd just repeat the speeches and talks back until he learned. Because I had to ask him, I said, how do you speak English so fluently and clearly and it's articulate? And that's why it's so articulate
He
because...
ain't want to learn from Clinton.
No, he didn't say Clinton. He said he don't want to learn from Bush is what he said. But a great young brother who is very active on the real estate scene. He goes literally all over to the different cities along with Kigali, the different sectors and that. So he's pretty versed and pretty well known around. So yeah, so partner up with them, just trying to help them with their businesses, and we'll work out a nice little partnership there. And from there, we want to do something. We talked about in the community, even thought about like a school, bring the teachers in. Our concept was, many can't afford fees to go to the school, so why don't we just bring the school to them?
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
And so with the expenses of teachers out here, kind of like the States, teachers are not paid their worth, but we can hopefully do a little better by them and also help some of our communities that really need it.
Yeah.
And what I will say that I love, kind of just adding to the business piece, the Rwandans out here, they want to work.
Yes.
They're hardworking, and even in their working, they're happy.
Yes.
And so that's the one thing that I love, even with starting any type of business out here. And they're almost so grateful that it doesn't matter what you're doing or what you're starting, they're just happy that we're here to bring it. And when you talk to them and you tell them, we're here, they're like, oh, you're here, like their excitement, and it's like the first thing they're saying is welcome home.
Welcome home.
And it's just, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Not from necessarily a business standpoint, but I wish I had the hard working piece like them, because I had to write a school paper, and I don't know how to write good, so I don't know I can do it, but it hurts my hand to write on a paper. But I did it on a computer once, and just almost everything was on. I don't know how to spell Kigali Rwanda. I don't know how to spell so I wish I had the hard working mentality like them. I wish I could just
You
be
can
like,
have it.
get
You
it
don't
done,
have to wish it.
get it done, and do all that. Like, it's just hard. Like,
gonna
for
have
me,
it.
it's
You out-
hard
you out
because
here,
I don't
you'll
like
have it.
writing.
Yeah.
Though.
Me
Like,
neither.
Even online.
no, I
I can't stand it. Oh
I
my God. I can't stand it.
She's more like science and math.
Yeah,
it's just
that's
science.
I like science and math.
Okay.
Nice.
See, and I don't mind writing.
Yeah, you worked at Geico. Who would?
English teacher, so I mean,
She-
I love writing.
That's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
thing though. I can
English
get help.
teacher.
She an English teacher. That helps.
I'm not writing her papers for her.
Yeah. She just gives me tips and stuff.
Yeah.
I just finished that one paper too. I gotta submit that.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Oh, you didn't submit it yet?
You ain't submitted yet?
Oh, you gotta write another one.
No. I gotta write that one.
I thought you had a question.
Oh, do I? I gotta start doing that, thinking of questions.
Yeah.
What's your do you have a favorite local dish so far? Or a restaurant?
Yes. Me, I have.
He does.
For me though, I actually like we went to this one place. It had this chicken with red sauce.
Oh.
The first place, that was the first time we went. That red sauce is the truth. Now, when the second time we went, my dad didn't get his red sauce. Not us. He had to be like, just give me the red sauce. He wanted fish with red sauce. He was like, just give me the red sauce.
They missed up. I'm easy. They mixed up the order. It was no problem. Just give me a little red sauce on the side. We'll make it happen.
I don't have a favorite.
I would say
yet.
that the hotel.
Yes.
What's the name of that hotel we were?
Boomway.
Oh yes. They have a tikka masala.
Oh yeah.
That was
amazing.
it was delicious.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would have to agree then. I would have to say that probably by far was the best.
And then
restaurant.
my fresh food restaurant.
Oh, nah.
That's the name of the restaurant. It's
That's
fresh food
the name
restaurant.
of it. Yeah.
It ain't his restaurant because, well, actually it is, but we went there like every day for the past like week or two.
No, not good. We haven't been consistently in about 2 weeks.
I know, but we
But
have
it was
been
almost every day.
It was.
every day. We would go into that
For a
food.
meal, you know, we're eating 2 meals out a day, and you know, it was down the street, and they got good.
And then my mom was all like, "We could go to the fresh food restaurant. We could go to the fresh
But
food
not just that. I will say this: between the fresh fruit and you get these smoothies and drinks at almost any establishment, like the drinks are phenomenal. Tea, coffee,
Yes.
it's phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Yes. You have not had tea until
Yes.
you've had Rwandan tea.
Yes.
Yes, I have it every day. Every day, that African tea.
Yeah.
You have not
If you
had
gonna
that
make a
African
famous
tea.
quote, let me go. You ain't had coffee until you have Rwandan coffee.
Yeah. African coffee, yes.
Right, look at it.
Definitely. Definitely.
I think we got to agree on
We
that.
have to
Yeah,
agree.
mine is a
Absolutely.
famous quote now.
Right. Oh, he's amazing. They want to know, Willie Tebb wants to know if you guys are visiting or if you're here to stay.
To stay.
Say it again.
To stay. Home sweet home.
Yeah. Nice.
Hold on 1 second. I got to do something that I forgot to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this actually became one of the benefits of COVID. It allowed time to properly plan and execute. And so it's just a matter of, you know, getting everything together, coming up with a plan to be out here and maintain. And it's not as hard, not nearly as hard as the States, I tell you. You know, we've lived on each coast. And the cost of living in the States for what you get it does not remotely compare here.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't.
That's true.
I mean, you're waking up every day, Monday through Friday, for those who do, going to work, 8 hours, 10 hours a day, coming home pretty much to eat dinner, spend a couple hours, and then go to bed to do it all over again. We wake up and it's just kind of like, so what are we gonna do today? You know, you just
I know, that's
figure out
annoying.
what you're gonna do, or even if the day before you're okay, this is what we're gonna do, and if the plans change, it's like we're in paradise. The plans
change,
change,
right?
and so I love it. It doesn't make you feel pressured or pressed to get about doing anything. And one thing that I've noticed that they do out here is they don't move fast.
No.
And I love that pace. You just,
I really don't. I move fast. But another thing I gotta say to her comment is that well, I mean we're in a casual interview.
Yeah, still more.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta say that they always be waking me up. They be pressing me about. I be in my nice sleep in my nice bunk bed. By the way, it's a bunk bed. I like my bunk bed. but I be in my nice bunk bed. I
let me
sleep.
know when you want them to come over.
I sleep at the top. I sleep at the top, and they just be like, my mom just be hopping up on my bunk bed, and then they be like, no, I wake up, and then she be kissing me on the cheek. I'm like,
Time to get up, man. Time to get up.
Grand Rising.
and then she knocks, right? And then she just comes in. Like, you can't knock and then just come in. You're supposed to knock and then you're supposed to say, who is it? And then I'm supposed to say, or I'm supposed to let you come in or something like that.
Yeah, he'll get that when he's 18.
People with those kind of choices pay bills.
Right.
You swim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. So, Jolene Ashby says greetings from London. Shout out to London. Enjoy. She's enjoying the
Got that
family.
accent.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I
How
love
do you
the
talk?
accent. I love it. It's a great accent. I've actually perfected it, Moy.
That sounds Australian. That's almost, yeah, I think
That's Australian.
UK?
Yeah, that's the UK and
She said
Britain.
London. London.
Well, yeah, London is in the UK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I got the accent right.
Lord.
We're gonna have an accent.
So we have-
There you go.
British?
What you got? What you got?
Indian accent?
All I got is India. Hello, how are you today? Very good. And as you can see, it rain today.
It ain't nothing compared to the UK. It ain't nothing.
And family, this is what we deal with on a regular
Oh,
basis.
See what they do. They said this is what they deal with. My kind, loving.
Yeah.
Yeah, they deal.
Debrat, Mila Angel says, good morning, family. And tell them, welcome to the motherland. Enjoy the stress-free environment. We love you guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Jackie Dallas says, shout out from London. Yeah.
Right. Another. Okay. Nice. So, have you guys picked up any Kinyarwanda words yet?
I picked up most of the Kinyarwanda.
Muraho.
Okay.
Okay.
Mokoze.
Mokoze. Amakulu.
Yeah.
Moya.
Amazing. All right.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, you got a few.
Nameza, yeah.
Maramutse.
What's that?
right.
Amazi.
Okay.
Amazi, that's water.
Water.
Malamut says good morning.
Okay.
Nice,
Yes.
sir.
How do you say good afternoon? Is it Wingway? I see, I missed that.
It's like a
And the name of that
Midway? Is it
hotel,
Midway?
Midway.
Is something. Yes, there you go. Yes.
Yes.
the name of that hotel, it has the Umbambwe or whatever.
Umbubwe?
Umbambwe, it means unity.
Yes.
Ah,
He actually taught us that.
Taught us
I
that.
had no idea that's what that
Yeah.
hotel meant.
Nice.
They named it
Jesus, yeah.
for unity. After everything, they named it to be one. They're one people. So I love it. I loved it.
All right.
You know, most people here know, like, I've noticed most people here, the guy at the hotel was telling me most people here know, like, 5 languages. They can speak French, a little bit of English, Kinyarwanda, Swahili, and a little bit of Dutch.
Yeah, a lot of Dutch.
Nice.
Yeah, there's been a lot of Dutch people.
Yeah.
I noticed there's a connection, it seems. We have a good relationship here with Sweden.
Yes.
And I guess a lot of people go to schools up in the Netherlands. So
Okay.
that's where I think that connection comes from.
Yeah.
So, in one word, could you describe the energy here in Rwanda?
Peace.
I could not, it's just too good, I can't.
Can't do one word.
That's my word. Peace.
It is in every sense.
Oh, I got it.
Positive.
Love.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Very much. I mean, very much so. I mean, we have connected to so many
Yes.
of the young folks here. It's in a short period of time.
Yes.
It's been great. Like, legitimately, I mean, from people just taking us by hand, escorting us somewhere. I gave them a quick example. I ran downtown for something by myself, went to the wrong building. Long story short, I had to take a moto, didn't have change.
Yeah.
Young lady comes up, just paid for the moto, sends me on my way, gave him directions. You know, it's that kind of,
Yes.
you know, real joy.
Yes,
Someone
yes.
escorted us all the way around through downtown yesterday just to
Yes.
help us
When we were
find.
trying to get a moto yesterday, just another young lady, we were trying to explain to them where we were going. And the young lady just walked up and said, "Do you need me to interpret for you?" Just like, "Thank you." You know, like they see you and they're just so helpful. You know, they want you to be comfortable, and you know, they tell you, you're my sister, you're my brother. You know, they embrace you as family just in the first introduction. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Nice. So in the States, like when we see cops while we're driving around or something like that, it's like a feeling of like fear.
Anxiety, absolutely.
Yeah. Now here, when you see cops and the police and things like that, how does it make you feel? Like,
It
Excellent.
makes me feel like I want to say Muraho, which is hi. I just want to be like hi. And when we were at the hotel, me, Zane, Ayla, we were all talking about that, how Zane just walked up to the police officer. He was just like, "Hi," having an old conversation, like, "Hi."
Well, they're helpful. Normally they see me or see us before we see them because they see we're looking for something.
Yeah,
So
okay.
they'll come up, just basic introduction, and start, directing you towards whatever it is you're looking for.
Yes.
No, definitely a very different kind of approach to the job and what they do. Yeah, it's very
I
different.
will say I have not really had any direct encounter until yesterday when we were downtown, and I will say there was an initial anxiety. Now my husband has had contact a little bit more, so he was more comfortable, but I was kind of behind him, and not because I was afraid, but I think it's just the PTSD kind of thing, from being used to the harshness.
And it was about
States.
6 of them walking down the street too. It was, but I
Okay.
mean, I guess I've encountered just walking about a little more.
But
No,
they
they're
were
always
so
kind.
helpful.
My dad was like,
you go this
he said,
way,
"Whoa."
you do
Like, I've
this,
never
and
seen
I
that
was
from
like,
copy of the
and then they smile and keep on going. It was just amazing, amazing.
That's beautiful.
So I think we kind of asked that question already, but before I ask the question, greetings family. This is from Nine Netters. Greetings family. All I can think of is how much Ayla and Noah will continue to thrive and reach their highest potential growing up in the embrace of our motherland. Peace and blessings from Minnesota. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you,
Thank
family.
Yeah. So the Green Exodus wants to know what business opportunity you have been able to identify since the arrival. So I think we kind of covered it, but if you want to kind of expound on it.
I'll tell you what we just talked about earlier. It's one of these things. Once you come, it'll give you a better idea. There are so many opportunities. This is a young nation. So I think Akon said it best in one interview one time. He says, if for a nation to be 20, 30 years old, anything that is already existing, say in the States or in any Western country, there's room for it here. So there's a lot of opportunity. It's hard to get someone specific because it depends on what you are into. My background had been healthcare. I don't particularly want to work as a nurse anymore, but I've also done administrative things in business that I'd much have more joy working with someone youthful trying to expand or grow their opportunities that they're currently in. So there's a lot to offer, and we even talked about going to things like housing, things like that. I now understand being here when someone says, well, how much does it cost to do X, Y, and Z? It depends your standard of living and what you want to do.
Yes,
I can tell you for certain, whatever your standard is in the States, it will be significantly less.
Yes,
And that's kind of the best way to me, I think, to explain it.
I agree. I think that we're so used to, even being here, there are some things that you have to kind of put down that you're used to in the States. And what I mean by put down is you can go into a store and so easily, or speak to someone and so easily say, oh, that's not that much, but understanding that the cost of living and the cost of things are not even so much half. It's like a 75% less almost than what you're paying in the States. I'm talking living, what you can pay, at least for us in California, for rent, just to rent before you get to utilities and everything. You're not even spending that with everything. So it definitely varies for what you want to, how you want to live, what you want to do. It's almost like a breakthrough when you finally come from the States and live somewhere and know that you can still have beautiful meals, a beautiful home, live life, still have excursions and things that you do, and then still go home and don't have to take your checkbook and say, okay, now, it's just a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Strong statement from a strong woman. I completely agree.
Right.
Yeah, fact.
Yes.
Yeah, so we get a lot of questions from people. Like a lot of questions. We get a lot of messages about people who want to come to the continent, but they really don't know like those first steps of how they do it, or like how they're going to pay for it and things like that. What is your best advice to that person who wants to come, move to Africa or visit, but they don't know how to do it?
I would say you have to do a real assessment of yourself, right? And understand your needs and must-haves. And so for us, we've traveled quite a bit as a family, for example. So you've seen a lot of different circumstances, ways of living, things of that nature. depending on who you are, if you have not done that kind of traveling, come visit first. I would recommend. Okay. If you are comfortable with your traveling, our situation was if we wasn't the joy we thought we were going to come across, we'd fly back home, and we have opportunities there for ourselves. So I would say you have to just come with a plan, maybe visit first. If you're in a situation where you have cash flow, because that's your big thing here. Yeah. And I'll give you an example. Our rent for a home in California was $1,700 a month before you got to a single utility or any other expense in life.
Goodness.
Woo, right? But for that money, you're good for the entire month here with everything and your activities in life. So it depends on what kind of cash flow you have coming in. Okay. Is what I would say is the big determining factor. But trust and believe, you really do not need to make anything similar to what you were doing in most states to live here at a higher standard of living.
Correct. Nice. I would say do your research. And when I say research, I mean research the laws. One thing that I did not know, I believe my husband had seen the Unapologetic Nomads video first about not being able to eat or something while walking.
Oh, while walking about.
And I didn't know. So what I did is I went on and I looked up pretty much like their constitution, their laws and everything to see what it is, certain things that I didn't know. Plastic, not being able to bring plastic into the country. So even when packing, having to, because everybody know when you pack, you put your lotions and things in plastic, you wrap it up. And so just making the adjustments, learning what they like, what's comfortable to do. Once we got here, we didn't realize there's certain things like you can't point at the president's office or, walk on the same side as them. Just little things like that, you'll learn beforehand, learn when you get here. YouTube is a big thing. And I'd say if you can YouTube and see actual hands-on, there was another place we had looked at going, I won't say it, but there were a few things that beautiful country, but it was just some things as far as the comfort that I just wasn't comfortable with. And so as long as you understand and know what you like, what you're okay and comfortable with dealing with. There are some things that are going to be different, like there's no Amazon. But you will be surprised how quickly you adjust. And that's pretty much it for me. And
with the housing, because I know that's a big thing, that cost of living. Like I've really researched now, we've met some folks out here. You can live comfortable, again, depending on how you live. You can find a one-bedroom apartment for $250, $200 a month in a nice area, nice home. Okay. But they also have $3,000 a month homes that you can rent out here if you want that kind of mansion. So it's a range depending on how you live.
Give them this.
So the opportunity is, again, depending on how you live. If you're a young person, hey, I see connectivity happening through the diaspora. Reach out to people. You may be able to come do a 2-3 month semester or something to really see and feel what it's like at a very low cost level. And there are people here on the ground who can help you navigate it.
True. True.
When I first came out here, or when I saw all these YouTubers and stuff, I really thought that the government was paying them. I didn't know.
You thought the government was paying them.
I didn't know the cost of living would be so low. I didn't know the views were so this good because they look so fake. They look like one of those game views. So I thought the government was paying them to put out this. But when I came here, it was just beautiful. The people were so nice. And before we came out here too, my dad was just like, you gotta have an open mind, son. And I was like, okay, Dad. And so we just came out here and we got to see the beautiful Rwanda.
Yeah, and I part of that, what I mean, the open mind is we have to identify our Western thoughts. A lot of things we don't realize are very Westernized thoughts. And I'm just trying to think of something quickly, whether it be the speed of something like, so you come out here and get a meal, you plan a good 2 hours. And it's because it's real quality, real food being made. There's not stuff sitting around anywhere. And culturally, this is a time of engagement.
Burgers. I didn't like the burgers out here. And my mom and dad was like, that's because you ain't have real meat. You had that Burger King. No, I just don't like the burgers.
Oh, man.
So, This is great. Ali Gray wants to know, do you guys think a single person could live comfortably in Rwanda on $1,000 a month? A single person.
That's luxury.
I would say very, I would say
$1,000 a month?
very
Single person,
comfortably.
yeah.
Very comfortably. Hyphenate that.
Transportation. We'll tell you, we share a lot of budgeting things with him because how are they going to learn unless they know what comes in and out and how it
Yes.
comes? So he actually does know and understand like this cost process about having cash flow. And so, like I said, you can get a 1-bedroom house. I know single people live all kind of different ways. Some like living in these big homes, the 6 rooms is one person. But if you're willing to have a 1-bedroom apartment, you can do that for a couple $100. Your internet is our biggest bill, I want to say. I think we pay $70 a month or something like that for internet. Other than that, everything else is inexpensive. Water was $20.
Wasn't even $20.
Something like that. So long story short, as long as you don't have any other type of extravagance you love in life, you can do it easily. Transportation's good enough. You really don't have to have your own car. That would be almost really, to me, extreme kind of luxury. We'll probably get us some scooters. But,
Well, not me because I can't ride a scooter.
but other than that, no, I think it's very reasonable to say that $1,000 US a month would have you in a very comfortable position.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But that's relative, so don't actually don't hyphenate that.
Okay. Oh, the hyphen means something?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, that's just that's actually relative. I mean, of course, if you buy if you buy something $600 in a day, you're not gonna be just like
You don't have much left over.
Yeah, you don't have much left over, but that's just logic.
I would definitely say a single person could live off of $1,000 a month.
They could. Yes.
I mean, even here in Rwanda, you hear them say if you just have $100 a month, that's good enough for them. So imagine, you coming over here, life is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
So,
Actual factuals.
hey, you getting it from them too now.
Yeah,
You already said it.
yeah.
Now you getting it from
We
straight
ain't
up.
even saying nothing.
This is not
Yeah.
scripted.
Right.
So, another question. Willie Teb wants to know, quick question. What is it that made you say, I have had enough with the U.S.?
Videos.
My honest truth is George Floyd. That was for me. I told my husband after that, I still, you know how on the news they show clips, but I still have not watched the full video because I just can't. And I told him after that whole incident happened, I said, it's time to go. It's time to go. I said, we're raising boys, and you don't even have to be men anymore.
Yeah.
But we have a child that is of color,
A man.
2 children of color, and that was for me what said it's time to go.
For me, it'd be more so, I'm an avid studier of history. I've been in finance for most of my life before healthcare, and I've realized that the only thing drives America is money. And even the thought and fallacy of whether it's the race system, situations in that, it all comes down to capitalism is naturally going to erode itself from the bottom up. And I was fortunate, we've been fortunate, we've had great positions in life, and we're fortunate, compared to many. But many are the working poor in America, and it's a system that is crumbling at its foundation. And being able to see that from just pure logic and financial standpoint made it easy for me. I've always told her I'm a world citizen. And so I'm not beholden to the U.S. We're basically captives after the war, and so it's time for me to go back home. And so when the wife was willing, that's all it took. All it took was the trigger. She got it and said, "Let's go, let's go. We don't have to wait." So we're here.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. So Giselle Moore, shout out to you, sis. So her question is, are you homeschooling Noah?
Yes. I have to say something about that because he said me was getting homeschooled. I have to say, homeschooling is I mean, I'm fortunate I get to go to school. I wish that I could go back to my my regular way of schooling with actual people there and not virtual people. It's just boring when you sit at a computer just answering some questions for 3 hours a day. It's like
What did we talk about yesterday?
I'd rather go to school for 10 hours.
But what did we talk about yesterday when we were talking about the businesses and how the systems, how to grow your business?
Yeah.
and scalability? Didn't we have a great conversation about scaling?
I mean, you had a great conversation.
Oh, you didn't have a good conversation with it?
Nah, but
See, this is what I get.
well,
Right? This is what I get.
it was enlightening.
Oh.
So,
That's how I'm a man. I know that word. Just don't ask me to spell it.
So his whole thing is he was homeschooling prior to even the COVID thing. We had already been in homeschool.
Yes.
And well, honestly, I keep trying to tell he and
I understand.
no, but I'm trying to get them to understand this. They wouldn't miss the socialization piece, except that the world shut down. You know?
Because with homeschool, they had gatherings, you know,
Right.
you can get together, other children.
I went to that gathering 2 times.
But what about
Who
basketball,
didn't want to go
football?
back? Because you went into football.
Oh yeah, football. That
Right.
was nice. I had a good time at football.
So you had
and
the
basketball.
socialization until everything shut down in the world.
And you've had socialization even in school, taekwondo, football, rugby.
Wow.
Yeah, taekwondo.
Basketball.
About taekwondo, I haven't done that since I was like back in 2017 when I was a kid.
Oh, then you grew up. You grew up and started playing
When
football
I
and
was a
basketball.
kid.
Then I went to football and basketball. Or not football and basketball, American football, and then basketball. But I gotta get good at basketball. I mean, I'm not good. I just got a few handles, you know. I'd probably beat most.
So
This is Noah family.
they love it. They like he needs his own chair. The unknown traveler, shout out to you. He's on here. He wants to know, how do you guys like Rwandan fruits? The fruits.
My dad thought a tree tomato was. He thought those tree tomatoes were like.
Just gonna tell it all.
He's like, oh my gosh, these tree tomatoes are good. I can't believe a tomato tastes like a kiwi. And
No,
stuff
was
like
it?
that.
Was it a passion fruit?
It's
What
called
was it?
passion fruit.
It was a
Yes,
passion
it
fruit.
was
Let me
passion.
tell you, I've only had passion fruit flavoring before coming here. Right? In the States, you don't have much passion fruit that's
you
going to be
don't.
fresh.
Yeah.
The menu item said it was going to come with tree tomato or something, so I had to
Yes, it
assume
did.
that was what it was until I saw a real tree tomato and realized that wasn't a tomato I was eating.
And then he told all my family about this tomato. This tomato tastes like a fruit. And guess what? It is a fruit.
That passion fruit was, what I will say,
Bomb.
the pineapples here. I thought I had good pineapple when I was in.
My God.
Yeah. Mango.
Pineapples here?
Yes. Like
I-
Hawaii's pineapples are beautiful. They're fresh. But
Pineapples.
you have not had a pineapple
Yeah.
until you've eaten a pineapple.
I agree.
Man, you can't keep on saying all this stuff. I have nothing to come back
The
with.
fruit
This ain't
smoothies
your show.
are phenomenal. Every fruit just has a natural sweetness to it. Just phenomenal.
And the bananas
Absolutely.
are good.
Yes,
Yes, the
absolutely.
bananas are.
See, in America, the bananas, for some reason, if it's too sweet, it makes my mouth hurt. I don't know why.
I know what
but
you're talking
here,
about, yeah.
I hate that. But
And then
here
if you
it's
notice, the
fine.
bananas here aren't as big. They're the
Right,
natural
and they're
size
small.
of the
Yeah,
bananas
yeah.
are just
But even
very
the point to that,
And they had the seeds
And they
in them
got
here.
seeds.
They got the black little seeds.
but the cost,
Yeah. You
again,
buy it,
going
look
back
at
to
it.
that, we went to the market,
Yeah.
and the first day I wanted some mango,
Yeah.
and it was for a kilogram. It was like 80 cents.
Yeah.
Or something like
Yeah.
that. I'm like, you feel this? We left with bags and boxes because we just wanted to pick up a few items.
Yeah.
You know, I can say the pineapples are actually really good. I don't like mangoes personally, so I can't say the mangoes are good. Although the mango juice with Sprite, I recommend doing that. That's actually really good.
Big shout out to Mr. Bonfire. Put him up. Mudzik.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I will say too, a lot of the I'm not a soda drinker, but they have, everybody knows Fanta. And
Fanta's
the
too much.
Fanta here is nothing like the Fanta in the States.
It tastes
When I
like those
tell you,
popsicle versions.
Yes, when I tell you, I've probably drinking more soda here in the last
Me
probably
too.
2
I had to
weeks
stop.
than
That's why
I've
I'm back
drinking
to water.
soda in years,
Me too.
in at least 20 years. Like
Yeah.
it's just a different, and even the carbonation is not That carbonate.
Did you notice that with the Sprite? The Sprite is different.
All of
Yeah.
them.
Totally
Even the
different taste.
Coke.
Yeah.
Coke is
real
totally
sugar.
different.
It's real sugar,
real.
and I don't drink soft drinks generally at all. But I'm with you. I had that
Mr.
first
Healthy
taste
over
of.
here.
No, I had that Fanta. You had the Fanta. That's all I got.
That pineapple, the pineapple Fanta is my favorite Fanta. That was good.
The
The
orange.
pineapple,
Yes.
no, the
Yeah, I used to
pineapple.
drink those
Orange,
a
I
lot.
like the
I
orange.
stopped
wow.
now.
Yeah, I like the pineapple.
Pineapple.
It's-
I do like the citrus one.
And
I don't know if
citron.
that's. I think it's called the citron.
Citron, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They
that
have
one, it
this
tastes like
lemon
a.
and mint drink. That is very.
That's another good drink too. It's just lemon and mint with a little sugar in it,
Yes.
and it is phenomenal. It's
I
refreshing.
personally don't like it.
I love it. It's more of a man taste.
Yeah. How about do you drink beer?
No, I don't drink it all.
Oh, okay, cool.
We had some good banana wine though.
Weed. Oh my goodness.
Not you, not you.
We didn't have any banana wine.
But they took
Little brother came out with us. Little brother had some.
Mr. Pacific came out and he introduced them, and you know it just slipped. It just slipped out.
Your wheat? Yeah, 'cause you did.
Yeah, I knew I couldn't, but it looks good.
But I do know that beer, because little bro drinks it, it's inexpensive.
Yeah.
I know he goes certain places, they give you two
Buy
for
one,
one,
get one,
and all
yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, it's real expensive. Yeah.
The
And
sweets are
beer
more
made
expensive,
here is
though.
called Virunga. It's real good. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
In case you ever wanted to, but yeah. Anyway.
Shout out to Debrat Miller Angel for the
Yeah.
super chat.
Yeah.
Thank you, family. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
so
love
much.
right there,
That's
family.
love.
Thank
you.
Yeah, One Africa. Shout out to Mama One Africa as well.
That's
yeah.
right.
Gotta go meet her.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yes,
got
you
to,
have
yeah.
to. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a question. Ayla, you got a question, right?
Oh yeah, I do have
I
a
keep
question.
forgetting to think of
blah, blah, blah.
questions. Dang, she got
Oh,
one.
so from Giselle Moore, do you plan on visiting any other African countries or areas?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
The first one I want to go to is Kenya.
Okay.
I really want to go to. I want to go to Kenya, then Ethiopia.
Oh, see, he's right along mine. Kenya,
Nice.
And then
Ethiopia.
See, I want Tanzania to see that
wants to
beach.
do Tanzania.
Yeah, I gotta get to the beach.
I still have this. I want to go to Cambodia. I've been saying
Okay.
that for a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I want to go to Cambodia, Egypt.
was awesome.
So yeah, quite a few.
Nice.
And also, is this the first? She wants to know. Is this the first African country you've been to?
Yes,
Yes.
this was the first. We did something probably a little more unconventional. No, we decided it was time to go. You know, things are just things. We can ship whatever you felt was really necessary.
It's actually the first time physically. I've been here in my dreams.
In your dreams, you made it.
So it's the first time physically we've been here.
And so we decided to make the journey.
Yes.
Our original thought was if we didn't enjoy it as much as our research told us we probably should have, we would just bounce around a little bit until we found, what felt comfortable.
Yes.
I guess surprisingly or not, this has felt extremely comfortable. And so we're looking to really make this home, but we will definitely be hitting a lot of other countries once this kind of COVID thing lifts.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice. All right. Nice.
Yeah.
I guess I can ask this. All right. So, wise are us? There are few Black Americans who. Okay, we blocked that one. That's all right. My Ma's are on it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Shout
right,
out
so
to the
thank you,
Maz
Ma. They
family.
felt like
Shout
I
out to the
shouldn't ask
Maz.
that, so I'm cool.
The members. Yeah.
You guys must go to Zanzibar. Yeah, I agree.
I love
It's
Zanzibar.
worth a visit. Zanzibar is
That's my favorite
paradise.
island.
Yeah.
We've been
No,
there
no,
3
no.
times.
Yes.
Dar es Salaam too. I just came from there. You got to visit there as well. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Both on the
Beaches
same
are
trip.
lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
I agree. Yep. Just said the same thing. It's paradise. I want to ask you something
About
about.
the dock? Oh no, it still has charger.
I guess I think you already asked that. Their advice to people who are like on the line and just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I said just do it. And have
say
your
just
plane
do it.
trip back. I mean, it's not hard. You came on a plane, you go back on a plane. If it becomes that difficult of a situation, I don't really find anyone who's really just, again, if you've traveled and you understand just cultures, I mean travel, because I know people even in the U.S. who don't leave their states. I mean, but if you've traveled anywhere, you just know culturally certain things, sit back and watch. Be watchful, not judgeful.
Yeah.
And you'll notice different things, like again, it's beautiful out here. I almost caught myself doing it. We went to a nice little place and grabbed a cinnamon twirl, whatever it was, some baked good. And I was about to crack it. I'm walking, and I realized, no, we can't do that. So we stopped.
My dad would have thought they were looking at his beard.
Yeah, they kind of look at the beard. But so we stopped and realized, okay, yeah, we don't do that. So we'll wait till we get home. No problem. We got home and you indulge. But the interaction, like I said, the people, I haven't seen an argument. Like, people don't even get angry, you know.
Yeah, when we were in Turkey.
Turkey was different. But again, to not be judgeful, they weren't angry with each other. They'd argue.
It was an emotional argument. We looked that up. Remember, they have some emotional arguments.
Kind of like New York City. If you ever been in the heart of Manhattan, you go see somebody scream back and forth, and the two people will walk away as if that never ever happened.
Yeah, they kept
Turkey
walking.
was more that way. You don't see that here so much. Like, I mean, even a car situation, you might get an and they keep going. No one's looking back and arguing.
And that was also just Istanbul too. That's not even all of Turkey.
No kind of crazy.
Yes.
Istanbul. I actually learned a little Turkish language. I know how to say water. I know how to say apple. And I know how to say bread. It's elma is apple, and ekmek is bread, and su is water.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta get on your.
Never go hungry.
Give me a water and apple.
Oh yeah, an apple. That's fruit.
Speaking of food, Willie Tab wants to know: have you guys noticed the difference in the bananas on the continent? They have seeds.
That's what
Yes.
We noticed that too.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The seeds in general. I mean, the fruits in general.
General are so much
They're
better.
different.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
it's
different.
It's real.
Pineapples.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, I realized that, like, I always knew a tomato was a fruit, but I never knew why until my dad told me it's because it has seeds in it. Like,
Right.
So you've learned something in homeschool,
I could have learned the same
I'm
thing.
part of the schools, huh?
No, I could have learned the same thing.
All right, so
Public school.
a lot of times when people move like somewhere else, especially to Africa, their families have something to say about it. Like, did your families, were they in agreement, or did they like?
Yes, I gotta say, when I went back to Buffalo, the last time, they was all like, oh, so you're moving to Africa, huh? And I was like, yeah, and I was like, well, be safe. That was my auntie who said that. And also my neighbors, they're my longtime friends. We were talking about it, and they was like, wow, so you're really moving to Africa? And they was all like, be safe too. And my godmom, and my grandma especially. We can't tell her if I get bruised up or something, because she'd be like,
No, I would say from my end, I've been self-sufficient a long time.
Okay.
I don't get a lot of it. Most people know me, and I make sound decision. Funny enough, I think that's the biggest word we kept hearing. Safety. And I'm talking about people that got like crime rates that are like top 25 in the nation. Literally, I tell you, be safe out there. I'm like, you live in Beirut right now. Bullets are flying. Like, and you try to explain to them, you try to give them data, but the reality is, the conditioned mind tells them that it's dangerous and undeveloped. The worst part is what you gonna live in a hut? Like, legitimately. And I'm not talking about what surprised me was it was the so-called educated. Who really surprised me with that, because I know you have encountered others who are from the continent. I know you know about at least looking on the internet and you can get a better picture of that, and that surprised me. But other than that, no, I don't think I didn't get any backlash. And as far as family, close family, and that, full support, because most of them want to come also.
Nice.
I would have to agree. Now I'm a little bit more closer with my people, and I think the biggest thing was safety.
13, like
the only, like he said, his godmother, my one of my good friends, she it was a little bit of an issue in the sense of understanding the culture and understanding that it's safe and understanding the transition. Now, she's been in my life since I was 14, and so when you have someone that is so close and connected, and I've always been one to move, and her whole thing was, you've just always done, and she just had that concern. Other than that, it was just kind of back and forth. Oh my God, like he said, are you going to be living in a hut, or you know, how are you going to adjust?
Oh, they thought we were gonna live in a village.
Well, and I get that too, because when you say village, right, you know, and here, so you talk about the country being broke down into sectors, villages, just because it says village, and I link them to suburbs of Buffalo, for example.
Okay.
We have villages, they're called the village of Hamburg, the village of whatever, but it's because they're all pretty much have been white-based and always existed. No one questions and thinks anything of it. When you say Africa and village, the instant thought are stick and mud huts.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just a conditioning of the mind.
Yeah, what if we were saying villa? Like a villa. What if we were saying that? And they just wanted to hear village.
But I do see this, and again, we've thanked you guys, and we'll continue to. You are a direct conduit to something that's going to be very special to a lot of people. And I tell the Rosa, I said, I don't know how much they realize it or not, but like really, it's exponential because you touch 50, those 50 touch another 20, you know, and these numbers keep growing, and people are realizing you don't have to live like that. You don't have to live in pain and struggle. You don't. And I'm, whether you're talking about coming here or anywhere else, I always tell people, if you don't like your situation, do something to change it.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
True.
You know. So
You have a lot of people, even as we were getting ready to come out, oh my gosh, I wish I could do that. Oh my God, you can.
Yeah.
You
They're talking
can.
about how we're
It's
so
just-
brave.
Yeah,
Bravery,
brave
yeah.
was the biggest word. You guys are brave. Oh my God, you guys are going to do that. And you hear people, we were talking to some family, and she was saying, I live in a 1-bedroom. This is out in LA, I think it is. I live in a 1-bedroom paying $2,500 a month, you know, working overtime, doing all of this just to cover the expense.
just to survive.
You know what?
Goodness.
Take that $2,500 a month and move.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, but people, as he said, the conditioned mind, it's kind of like we're creatures of habit. We do the same thing repetitiously because that's all we've been taught. And it's comfort. It's comfort.
Facts.
Good. That's very
100% facts, family.
Yeah. Somebody, let's see, who is it? Sway, I'm gonna get your name.
Hey, I have a question in my head, like when y'all talking, and then I completely forget it as soon as y'all finish. Yeah.
Sadu, I think it's Sadu24 watching from Paris. Shout out to Paris. Please, what challenges do you face in Africa, if any?
I don't have, I'll be honest, I don't have any challenges out here. I'll tell you honestly, anything we bumped into, there's always been more than enough hands to help or people who are willing to give you information. I mean, for the most part, we'll take you by the hand.
My challenge is hand washcloths. I think that is a comfort that we're used to in the States.
Okay.
I brought mine.
We get too, but you know how you just...
I know.
Yeah.
So someone asked a business opportunity. This is what she's talking about. It's hard to find what we use in the
that's what we were
States
talking
as just, you know, face cloths that you have. And actually what's a little pricey out here, surprisingly, are bath towels, drying towels. You can't find a new one, a brand new under like about $15.
$15.
But I looked online yesterday, day before, you can buy them at about under $2 a piece in high quality, 100% cotton. If you want to open a little shop and sell them, there's an opportunity right there.
Nice.
So
The biggest challenge for me was communication.
Okay.
It's like I gotta learn how to pronounce. Like we have to when we're ordering food, we have to show them the thing on the menu. And I don't think it's because they don't know their own menu. I think it's because we're mispronouncing some things. like the way we say it, they're like, what is that?
but they're helpful, right? They're helpful in getting you to understand it, and patience. You know, they're very patient with trying to navigate and figure out what we're discussing.
Yes.
You know what I would say, biggest challenge, if I can think of one, is, and again, you just navigate it, is taxis and motos.
Yes.
They don't know nothing.
The streets here, I found out the streets are really new. They've only been around, the numbers have only been around for the last couple years.
Okay.
So a lot of them only know, they just drove to their locations. They don't know these actual street numbers. So you have to choose a landmark to direct them to where you're going.
But they don't understand what the
Sometimes they don't understand the landmark either. But again, we haven't had much trouble getting where we're going, right? We've made it.
I just have to say that would be the biggest.
But that'd be the biggest.
Nice.
So Giselle Moore wants to know when you were talking about the hand cloths. She says, "So what do you bathe with then?"
Oh, we brought our own. I bought some.
Giselle, that was funny.
We had that
Okay, that was
conversation.
funny. I brought mine too. Yeah.
We had that
conversation. She said, "What do they bathe with?" I said, "I guess they go soap the body." You know?
Shout out. Oh, the shipping. Oh my God, I gotta answer this. Shout out to Chappelle Lee, who's a new member, a Travelers member. Shout out to you. Welcome to the Unapologetic Nomad family.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. So we about to end this in a little bit because I think our GoPro about to die in a little bit. So yeah. It was so beautiful talking with you all.
Thank you.
And
Muda Koze.
oh yeah.
Yes.
Is there any last thing that you would like to say to everybody out there, all our subscribers?
Simply for me, I would say be confident. If you're thinking about coming, questioning coming, make a plan. Reach out. I'm on Facebook. I don't do a lot of social media, but I will open that up for any brother or sister who's really trying to change their stance and circumstance. Reach out. I'll have a conversation as openly as possible and try to, show you. Come on out and experience it. If you have to do a short term, again, there's enough people that can help guide you quickly through. You'll find it amazing how, from the cab driver, from the airport, who extended his name, number, if I need anything, all the way through our Airbnb where we originally stayed.
Nice.
So yeah, just come out. It's family. It's really family. It's no different than going to a family reunion where you had never been down south before, and hey, you're going down there to see your folks.
Facts. Oh, what's your Facebook?
Oh, Sean Tubbins, Tubbins.
I would say get a WhatsApp.
Okay.
If you want to communicate, like calling and stuff.
Great point.
Texting. Or something like Messenger or something. And all I gotta say is come to Rwanda. And I might start a YouTube channel.
I concur with both. Come. You have to come. You can't experience the peace and the energy until you're here. And even through the airwaves and everything, you can get a glimpse of. But as they have said on the channel, even as we watch, the camera, until you walk up to it, don't understand the feeling. So that's what I say. Come to Rwanda.
All right.
Peace and blessings, family.
Peace and blessings.
Goodbye. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel.
All
Like
right.
to say?
Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing to be in the presence of like great people, and not only that, just those who you can feel like family,
Yeah.
And man, we're glad you guys are here with us, and this has been a wonderful afternoon, just chilling with you guys and being able to share this with our subscribers and the viewers. So definitely an amazing interview. I mean, he is so charming. They love him. Oh my God. They love the whole family. They think you're awesome. They think you're awesome. We thank everybody for tuning in too. We love you guys. Anything you want to say, Ayla?
Thank you for tuning in. Very good.
And we the unapologetic nomads, and we unapologetically
Nomadic.
It's so different seeing somebody do it on the camera and then somebody doing it in real life.
Peace. All right.